Have you ever looked around your home and realized that the more things you own, the heavier your life feels? It is a strange and heavy paradox that defines our modern existence here in 2026. The average American household now contains over 300,000 individual items, from the smallest kitchen gadget to the largest piece of unused furniture. We are literally surrounded by mountains of stuff, from high-tech gadgets we rarely touch to overflowing closets filled with clothes that still have the original tags on them. Yet, despite this massive abundance of physical possessions, the financial reality for most people is absolutely staggering. Recent data shows that while our homes are full, our bank accounts are often dangerously empty. Many hard-working people are struggling to find even a few $1,000s for a basic emergency, while their garages are packed with thousands of dollars worth of items collecting dust and losing value. This constant cycle of working more hours to buy more things only to end up with more stress and less time is what I call the financial Groundhog Day. It is an exhausting loop where your hard-earned paycheck vanishes into thin air before you even have a chance to take a breath. If this feeling of being overwhelmed by your own life resonates with you, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel right now. We are dedicated to helping you peel back the layers of these hidden financial traps and finding your unique path to true independence. I would also love to hear from you in the comments section below. How many items do you think you could remove from your home today without affecting your long-term happiness at all? Let us dive deep into the psychology of why this is happening and how you can break free once and for all. To understand why we are drowning in stuff but starving for financial security, we must look at the root of the problem, which is the scarcity mindset. Most of us were raised with a deep-seated fear that there will never be quite enough. This ancient survival instinct drives us to accumulate, to stock up, and to hold on to things just in case we might need them in some distant, unlikely future. But in 2026, this biological instinct is being weaponized against us by hyper-advanced marketing. Artificial intelligence and sophisticated algorithms now know your emotional weaknesses better than you know them yourself. They know exactly when to push an advertisement to fill a void in your soul with a shiny new package on your doorstep. These systems convince you that you are not successful or worthy unless you possess the latest version of every single device. But here is the hard truth that these corporations will never tell you. Possessions are not just items. They are serious responsibilities in disguise. Every single thing you own demands a portion of your time, your space, your energy, and your money to maintain, clean, or store. This leads to a state of constant decision fatigue that drains your mental battery every single day. When you have too many choices to make and too many physical things to manage, your brain becomes biologically exhausted. An exhausted brain is much more likely to seek comfort in impulse spending and make poor long-term financial decisions. This leads to even more debt, more clutter, and a feeling of being trapped in your own home. One of the most tragic and visible examples of this is the massive explosion of the self-storage industry. As of this year, nearly 1 in 5 people are paying a monthly rental fee to store items that do not even fit inside their own houses. Think about the sheer financial insanity of that situation for a moment. You are paying between $100 and $200 every single month just to keep junk in a dark, cold room that you probably have not visited in half a year. Over the course of a single decade, that is more than $20,000 that you have literally thrown into a storage unit. If you had invested that same money into a simple, diversified index fund, you would be looking at nearly $40,000 in wealth today. This is the perfect definition of what we call trapped capital. Your potential wealth is literally being held hostage by plastic bins and old furniture that provide you zero daily value. But the financial leaks do not stop at your garage door or your storage unit. In 2026, we are also facing the predatory era of the subscription vampire. Between multiple streaming services, premium mobile apps, and hidden gym memberships, the average person is losing over $100 a month without even noticing the withdrawals. These small, recurring charges are designed by psychologists to be invisible to your conscious mind, but they add up to over $1,000 every single year. That is precious money that should be funding your future retirement, not a multi-billion-dollar media company's bottom line. And then there is the silent, rotting killer of the household budget, which is massive food waste. The latest agricultural reports show that households are throwing away nearly 30% of all the food they buy at the grocery store. That is exactly like taking every third grocery bag you carry into your house and tossing it directly into the trash can. For a typical American family, that is over $2,000 a year being wasted on food that was never even eaten. When you add up the costs of storage units, forgotten subscriptions, and wasted food, we are talking about $5,000 to $7,000 a year in lost wealth. For someone currently in their 50s or 60s, that money represents the vital difference between an anxious retirement and a comfortable one. The good news is that the solution is not about working harder or desperately trying to earn more money. It is about a strategic and intentional shift toward automation and the principles of minimalism. We are living in a unique time where building real wealth has never been more accessible if you use the right systems. For those of you who are 50 years of age and older, the government has increased the contribution limits for the Roth IRA to $8,000 this year. This is a massive financial gift from the Internal Revenue Service that you simply cannot afford to ignore. A Roth IRA allows your money to grow completely tax-free for the rest of your life, meaning every single dollar of profit stays in your pocket and out of the hands of the government. Instead of buying more physical stuff that loses half its value the moment you take it home, you should be buying assets that grow while you are sleeping. Low-cost index funds are the most reliable and proven tool for this journey. They allow you to own a small piece of the most successful and profitable companies in the world without the stress of picking individual stocks. But to make this work, you must follow the golden rule of wealth, which is to pay yourself first. Wealth is built exclusively in the gap between what you earn and what you choose to spend. If you wait until the very end of the month to save whatever is left over, there will almost never be anything left to save. You must set up an automatic transfer that occurs the very second your paycheck hits your bank account. Make your future financial security a non-negotiable expense, just like your rent, your utilities, or your mortgage. As we move further into 2026, the most successful people are those who have mastered their digital lives as well. Digital clutter is just as dangerous and draining as physical clutter. Your smartphone is likely filled with apps and notifications specifically designed by engineers to trigger your impulse to spend. I want you to take a moment today to perform a total digital detox. Delete every single shopping app that sends you loud alerts about limited-time sales. Unsubscribe from every marketing newsletter that tries to convince you that your life is incomplete without something new. The goal is to move from a life of reacting to clever marketing to a life of intentional and powerful action. Now let me provide you with a clear and actionable 5-step roadmap to reclaim your financial power. Step 1 is a ruthless and honest audit of every single one of your recurring expenses. Open your bank statements for the last 3 months and cancel every service you have not actively used in 30 days. Be aggressive in this process and do not tell yourself the lie that you might need it someday later. If you truly find that you miss a service, you can always sign up again. But most of the time you will never even notice it is gone. Step 2 is to empty your self-storage unit immediately if you currently have one. Take a weekend to sort through the items, sell the things that have value, and donate everything else to charity. Stop paying a monthly tax on your own inability to let go of the past. Step 3 is to implement the strict one-in, one-out rule for everything in your home. If you decide to buy something new, then something of equal size must leave your house. This simple but powerful habit prevents clutter from ever taking over your living space again. Step 4 is to find 52 items in your home that you no longer use and sell them as quickly as possible. Whether you use a digital marketplace or a local consignment shop, the goal is to turn that trapped capital back into liquid cash. Take every dollar from those sales and put it directly into your emergency fund or your retirement account. Step 5 is the most important part of this journey, and it is a fundamental shift in your personal philosophy. Start prioritizing meaningful experiences over physical possessions. Science has proven over and over again that the joy from a new item fades into the background within a matter of weeks. But the memories of a trip with your family, a shared meal with old friends, or the pride of learning a new skill will appreciate in value for the rest of your life. These experiences and memories are the only things that truly and eternally belong to you. No one can ever take them away, and they do not require a monthly fee for a storage unit. The truly wealthy people of 2026 do not look like the celebrities you see on social media or television. Real wealth is quiet, humble, and invisible. True wealth is the absolute freedom to wake up every morning and decide exactly how you will spend your time. It is the deep peace of mind that comes from knowing you are not a slave to your debt or your possessions. Minimalism is not about living with nothing or suffering in an empty room. It is about making room for the things that actually matter to your soul. It is about removing the distracting noise so you can finally hear the clear signal of your own life. As we wrap up our discussion today, I want to challenge you to take just one small action from the list we discussed. Do not try to change everything at once, or you will face that same decision fatigue that we are trying to escape. Just pick one thing. Cancel one single subscription, or sell one single item that you no longer need. Success is built on the back of thousands of small, consistent, and intentional choices. If you found this deep dive helpful and informative, please share it with someone who might be struggling with the heavy weight of their possessions. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe and like this video to help us reach more people with this vital message of freedom. Before you go, I want you to leave a comment below and tell us, what is the one specific thing you are letting go of today to make more room for your future? Thank you so much for spending this valuable time with me. Always remember that you are not defined by what you own, but by the life you choose to live and the people you choose to help. I will see you in the next deep dive into a more intentional, peaceful, and wealthy life.